We had a chance to ask the president some questions here at the White House. He was meeting with the president of Kazakhstan here in the last hour or so. This started in the Oval Office where he was sitting down with the president of Kazakhstan. They were exchanging words, as you so often see, with the president and a head of state here at the White House. And at the end of their remarks, at the conclusion of their remarks, we tried to ask the president about this controversy over his describing countries from Africa and Haiti as shithole countries. And we also asked the president about a remark that was relayed to reporters that he said he wanted more people to come in from places like Norway. I asked the question about that, and here's what the president had to say in response to that. Mr. President, did you say that you want more people to come in from Norway? Did you say that you wanted more people to come in from Norway? Is that true, Mr. President?
I want them to come in from everywhere, everywhere. Thank you very much, everybody.
Just Caucasian or white countries, sir, or do you want people to come in from other parts of the world where there are people of color?
Jim, thank you.
And not sure if you can hear the end of that there, Wolf, but as I tried to ask whether he wanted more people to come in just from white or Caucasian countries, he said out. He pointed at me and said out, as in get out of the Oval Office. After that, we went into the Roosevelt Room inside the White House, where he and the president of Kazakhstan made some pretty lengthy remarks, essentially just talking about foreign policy and business dealings between the two countries. And then at the conclusion of those remarks, we attempted to ask the president more questions about this controversy. And it was at that point, Wolf, I have to underline, I've never encountered anything like this before at the White House. The deputy press secretary, Hogan Gidley, and a press wrangler over here at the White House got basically right up in my face and the faces of other pool reporters here at the White House and started shouting so loudly that it was impossible for the president to hear our questions or even see that we were trying to ask questions. It was that kind of a display. It reminded me of something that you might see in less democratic countries when people at the White House or officials of a foreign government attempt to get in the way of the press in doing their jobs. But essentially, that is what just happened a few moments ago here. They were so determined to block us from asking questions that they got right up in our face and started shouting, "No questions, no questions," so the president could make an exit from the Roosevelt Room without taking any questions. Wolf.
Yeah, no, we definitely heard when you tried to do that follow-up question with the president. We definitely heard the follow-up question, and we then heard the president look at you and point and said, out. As if get out of the Oval Office. You were a member of the press pool. That's your job, to go in there, listen to what the president has to say, listen to what Nursultan Nazarbayev, the visiting president of Kazakhstan, has to say. But reporters, and I was a White House reporter for 7 years, reporters always follow up with questions. That's our job. They don't want to answer the questions. They don't have to answer the questions. Our job is to ask the questions. But clearly the president was once again irritated at you, Jim Acosta. Thanks.